Hey everyone, and welcome back to my channel. I'm Jennifer and this is my channel. Today is Wednesday, which makes it Weigh-In Wednesday and Weight Loss Wednesday. It is the dedicated day of the week where I talk about everything weight loss related and how my weight loss journey is going, and what a journey it has been. So before I get into the actual weigh-in part of the video, there are things that I want to talk about. I've made a little cheat sheet so I can remember and try to keep me on track because, as we all know, I get off track very easily. So the first thing I want to talk about is a few people have been asking how my cat is, and in the last video I had mentioned that Piggy had to go to the vet and he was a sick little kitty cat. Thank you guys for asking about him. That means a lot to me. And he is doing better. So last week on Thursday he had to go to the vet and it was an unscheduled trip. He's been having some more problems like he had last fall with his teeth, and I kind of suspected that it was his teeth bothering him again because he's been getting kind of picky with his food, and then he didn't want to eat Thursday morning and I could tell he just didn't feel well. So I called the vet, and my vet is like the most awesome vet in the whole entire world, and so he was able to fit him in, and he checked him and he said yes, it was definitely a flare-up of the gingivitis, and he has two teeth that are eventually going to be falling out soon because they're just not in good shape. So he went ahead and gave him a shot of antibiotics and a shot for inflammation, and he said that I had two options, that I could either just ride this out and the medication would buy him some time and the teeth would just fall out on their own, but that's going to be pretty painful for him. And he's not in bad shape otherwise. He's a very healthy cat other than his teeth, so I don't want to take a chance of that endangering his health anymore. But my other option was for him to have a dental cleaning, as well as for the vet to pull his teeth, the bad ones. So that's what I've opted for, is to take him back at the end of July this month, and then he will have his teeth cleaned. He'll be sedated, of course, and have his teeth cleaned and all that plaque removed, and then have the bad teeth pulled, and then he should be pretty good. So like I said, he's in good health otherwise. He'll be 13 this summer, and I had to weigh the options of the expense. Doesn't matter to me because as long as my baby is comfortable and getting what he needs, I would pay any price in the world to have him comfortable and well and healthy. But I didn't want him to suffer. That was the whole thing. And you know, first of all, not being able to eat, that's going to affect the rest of his health. He's not going to be getting vitamins, minerals for the rest of his body to function, as well as the pain. And I don't want him to keep him on pain medicine because the pain medicine will affect his other organs. So I've opted to get his teeth cleaned and fixed, and hopefully that will fix the problem and he'll be a brand new kitty after that. I am currently giving him NutriCal for cats, and that helps. It's a high calorie kind of a paste, and that helps to supplement what he is eating, getting him his calories and nutrients and minerals to keep him in a healthy state, so when he does go under sedation, he is as healthy as possible. So that is the update on my kitty cat. Thank you all so much for thinking about him, and some people said they were praying for him, and I appreciate it so much. So I just wanted to add that to the beginning of the video before I got into anything weight related. But now that we've gotten that out of the way, let's get into the weight loss portion of my video. The reason why we're here, right? So I've had a really good week. My food has been on point. I've had no binging, and I'm happy to say that I am now 23 days abstinent, and my abstinence is defined as no binging and no eating after 9 p.m. And let me tell you, I have had a pretty stressful week dealing with some things, personal issues, that were hard not to binge over, that I would normally binge over. So doing my OA, my Overeaters Anonymous meetings. Me and my sponsor working with my steps. We're working thoroughly through the steps, as well as I'm still going to my therapy appointments. All of that together has helped me greatly, making me realize I do not need to rely on food for comfort. And I'm not saying that I still don't have those tendencies. I do very much. As a matter of fact, last week there was a day where I felt sure I was going through an especially stressful time, and I thought for sure that binging was inevitable. I was almost on the verge of just giving up and saying to myself, letting me binge and just getting it over with. But I know that that first binge will lead to another, because that's how I got into this predicament in the first place this time around, is because I always kept telling myself one more binge, and it would change, one more binge and it would change, which I think all of us addicts know that no matter what your drug of choice is, whether it's alcohol, actual drugs, food, spending, whatever your addiction is, I think we all know that there is no one more time, because one just leads to 2 to 3 to 4, etc. So I was able to distract myself, and I was downstairs and I decided to get out of my apartment and be amongst people, because that helps me take my mind off of wanting to eat. And so the phrase came into my head, pray until something happens. Don't give up, pray until something happens. So I did that, and of course I did that to myself. I didn't pray out loud, I prayed to myself. And I was in our lounge, and I believe it was actually a God moment. And I have a lot of moments during the week where things happen and I directly link it to God telling me that I'm doing the right thing and sending me little signals that I am doing what He wants me to be doing. In our lounge, there is a bookshelf, and there are magazines and books on the shelf that you're allowed to take or borrow or whatever. And I was just flipping through one of them, and I picked up one. It was the Guidepost, and on the cover was Chrissy Metz from This Is Us, and I adore her. And in that Guidepost was an article, an interview they did of her, and her talking about the stressful situation she went through. I'm not sure exactly how long ago it was, but she went through when her mom suffered a major stroke, and she had to leave the set of This Is Us to be with her. Her mom has thankfully recovered very well since then, but how it was so difficult for her. And something she said, a quote she said, and I wrote it down, and I'm also going to link the interview and the article. I found it online, and I figured that maybe some people would want to read it for themselves. So I'm going to link that in the description below. But her quote in this article was, having resilience is having the strength to pray without giving up. And how it took resilience for her to have faith in that her mom would recover, and her mom having resilience enough to keep pushing forward to recover. So, and when everyone said that she would never recover. So reading that line, having resilience is having strength to pray without giving up, and the sentence that popped into my mind even before I saw that was pray until something happens, gave me the confirmation I needed that I was on the right path and I was doing what God wanted me to be doing, and praying about it and letting Him take this addiction away from me, taking this feeling that I need to binge to deal with things, and letting Him guide me into where I need to be, to guide me into the life that I need to be living, that He has made for me, and where He wants me to be, other than just sitting here and existing in life. So that was a really big aha moment that helped give me a lot of courage to keep fighting, and the fortitude to keep going on, because after my weigh-in last week I was pretty discouraged, and the 3-pound loss was not what I had wanted, and it's very discouraging when you do all the right things and you see such little results. And you think, why would I even bother? I could be eating all the good foods. If I'm not going to lose any weight, why bother doing this? But there are little messages like that that tell me that I'm on the right path, to not give up, that it is going to work, and I'm doing what I need to be doing. So I was very happy about that. And I was able to not binge, and that feeling left me eventually, and I felt a lot better. So I am still having my 23 days of abstinence, and I am very happy about that. That's the longest I've been without binging in a very long time. So I'm very proud of myself for that. All right, let's talk about food and the actual weight loss part of my week. As you guys all probably saw in my video, my grocery haul of the 2 Walden Farms products that I bought, I am a sucker, and I freely admit I'm a sucker. A lot of people said in the comments that they could have told me that it was going to be gross, because I did mention in my grocery haul that they were disgusting. But I am a sucker for anything that looks good, that claims to be low calorie, low carb, no carb, that is similar to something that I have eaten, that I've binged on, or that I love, and I can eat it without feeling guilty about it. And my problem is, I think I'm still searching for something I can binge on, and peanut butter is definitely one of those. But these 2 things are going in the trash. I have not thrown them away yet, because I wanted to show them to you and talk about them before I threw them away. But the peanut butter spread is disgusting. All I did with this was stick my finger in it, and I couldn't even lick the rest of it off of my finger. And peanut butter is a big binge food for me, so I should just avoid peanut butter. I haven't bought it in the past few weeks, because I can eat, even if it's almond butter, any kind of nut butter, I can eat just by the spoonfuls, because I love it. And I was hoping, probably in the back of my mind, I was hoping that this would be good so I could binge on it. So I'm kind of glad it's not good, because it doesn't matter if it's a healthy food or not. I don't need to be binging. So very disgusting. Don't waste your money on this. It tastes very chemically, or whatever they make it from. I know a lot of people saying these Walden Farms products are full of chemicals. I'm not denying that, and I'm sure you guys are right. The salad dressings that I got, I haven't tried all of them that I got months ago. I've tried 2 of them, the creamy bacon ranch and the creamy ranch, or creamy bacon, I think it was. They're both really good. But this is disgusting. Don't waste your money like I did. And I also got the caramel dip. This is disgusting as well. I did eat some of this on an apple, because it smells pretty good at first, and it didn't taste too bad at first, but then after you've eaten it, like a couple bites of it, all you can taste is chemical, or I'm not even really sure what it is you taste, but it's disgusting. And then now that I smell it again, it smells disgusting. So both of these products are going in the trash. I'm not even going to try to find someone to give them to, because I would be embarrassed to give something that gross away, because I don't think I have ever tasted something so gross in my life. So that brings us to the food part of my video. Since we're talking about foods, we'll just move right into that direction. My food this week has been really well. I know there have been a lot of questions whether I'm doing low carb, keto, what I'm doing. It was kind of confusing, I'm sure, and it was a little confusing for me at first. I've tried for a while to move into the direction of keto, and it's been very confusing for me as well. And I was very hesitant to commit to full keto. I am still in the mindset of, when I see higher calories, it freaks me out, because it's been drilled into my head for so many years that diets need to be low calorie, as low calorie as you can get, or it won't work. And the beginning of this week, I had got my groceries at the store, and I had started eating as if I was on keto, with the higher fat, the more protein, those types of things. But my carbs still weren't low enough. So I've been officially under 20 grams of carbs for 2 days now. This was my 3rd day that I will be under 20 grams of carbs. So I am technically now, I think I can call myself technically keto. I know it takes a while to go into ketosis, so that won't be for a while. I think 1 to 3 weeks. I found this wonderful woman, and if you guys aren't following her, you definitely should go follow her. Her name is Keto Diamond, and she has different playlists. She has done amazing on keto, and she helped me understand, watching her videos helped me understand exactly what I need to be doing on keto and how to attain it. And I cannot say enough good things about her and her videos. Like I said, I'll leave a link to her channel in the description below. She has playlists of, if you're just starting out keto, what to eat, what not to eat. She has a website and she lists all the foods that you should buy to start keto. Like she said, there's nothing actually you need to buy to start keto. You don't have to buy pills, powders, buy any kinds of programs, but the kind of foods that you should eat while you're on keto and what to expect. Tons of great advice on her channel, so you should definitely go check her out. But it just kind of clicked in my head watching her videos, what I needed to be doing, how I needed to be eating. And like I said, the past 2 days, I have been under 20 carbs. The one thing I'm still a little confused about is the fact that some people consider keto under 50 grams of carbs, some consider keto under 30 grams of carbs, and then most people consider keto under 20 grams of carbs. So if you guys are doing keto, let me know in the comments below, how many carbs do you guys eat, and what is your opinion on how many carbs you should eat a day if you're doing keto. Like I said, I'm trying to keep mine under 20. For the past 2 days, I have been under 20, and I'm starting to feel really good. I'm not craving anything. I'm not hungry. I ate last night my dinner around between 7:30 and 8 o'clock, and I'm still satisfied, and it is now 11 a.m. and I'm not hungry. So having more fat has really helped keep me fuller, as well as the protein and limiting the carbs. And I'm also doing fasting. I usually fast from after dinner, which is around 8 o'clock, and I don't eat until around 3 o'clock in the afternoon the next day. That's my first meal, and I've been doing 2 meals a day. So that is what I'm doing for food, the food portion of my weight loss. I know a lot of people had questions and they were confused at what I was doing, why I was doing it. So that is the direction I've moved into, and my doctor is aware that I'm doing it. He knows that I'm doing keto. I still am totally for the obesity code. I think this is just kind of a variation of the obesity code. A lot of the foods that I'm eating are whole foods, but are higher in fat, like the meats and the avocados and stuff like that, as well as Dr. Fung, he recommends the fasting. So I think it's just a variation of the obesity code, but not strict obesity code. The keto is what I'm doing. So I hope that clears it up a little bit of what I'm doing. I do have a video I'm going to be posting probably tomorrow or the next day of a keto pizza that I made over the weekend that is amazing. It's a cauliflower crust pizza, and it is very low carb, and it is delicious. I could definitely be okay with eating that in place of regular pizza and not feeling deprived of regular pizza. And that's saying a lot, because we all know that I am a big pizza addict, and that is one of my big binge foods. So it was definitely good. I shared it with my friends that I play cards with, and they loved it as well. So I'm definitely going to be making it again. I think I'll make it probably every couple of weeks as kind of like a treat meal, without actually having anything that is bad, because I don't want to get into the mindset of treating myself with food. Instead, finding other things, which I'm going to talk about in a minute. So let's move into the weigh-in part of my video. Last week I was at 557.8 pounds, and I will insert a clip of my weigh-in here.
Hello. It's ready. 548.4 pounds.
So as you see this week, I am at 548.4 pounds, and that is a 9.4 pound loss for the week. I am very, very happy about that. And I will tell you that a bulk of that weight happened on Monday and Tuesday, because during the week I was still struggling. Last week, my carbs were still too high and my fats were increased because I was still confused about keto. I wasn't doing the keto the way I was supposed to for actually doing keto, and I wasn't really losing that much. I lost, I think, 4 pounds last week, but then the other 5 pounds, 5.4 pounds, happened on Monday from like Sunday night through this morning. So very happy about that. I am keeping a chart, and I'll show you that. I don't have it with me, and I'll show you that next week, of my daily weigh-ins, how they're going, and how I'm charting it. I'm in the middle of switching that over. Somebody suggested, and I'm very grateful to the person who suggested it, getting graph paper and then using the little squares to color in for my weight loss for the pounds down, so I can actually see it moving or up or down. And I am going to change over. I just had it written on a piece of paper before, but I'm going to change that over, and then next week I'll show you how I'm keeping track of my weight loss. I'm just very excited and very encouraged to keep moving forward now. There are so many things that I want to do with my life, and it's encouraging to know that I'm moving in the right direction and I'm moving towards those things. So I have decided that for my first 50 pounds, when that happens, I am going to let you guys decide what color I should dye my hair. And I'm not talking about a light brown or a red or a blonde. I'm talking pink, blue, green, purple, some wild color. I'm gonna dye my hair. It's not gonna be permanent, but I am gonna dye my hair for my first 50 pounds. When I reach 100 pounds lost, I'm gonna get a tattoo, and I will take you guys with me when I get the tattoo. I'm very excited about this. I've wanted a tattoo for a very long time now. I'm still scared, but I have made it my goal, and that is going to be my treats. Instead of treating myself to some kind of treat food, I'm going to use other things that I've wanted and do for myself that are actually encouraging and not something that's going to make me get off track and jeopardize the progress that I'm making. So that's going to be what my goals are for my first 2 sets of 50 pounds. When I get closer to the 50 pounds lost, I'll make a video and let you guys vote in the comments to decide what color I'm going to dye my hair. My hair that's now, that piece of hair is like, I don't know what it's doing. I think that was my hair protesting, like, no, don't dye me. So there you go. So that's it for my video for today. Remember, tomorrow or the next day I will have the cauliflower crust pizza, the keto pizza video I'm going to upload. I'm supposed to be receiving my replacement Misfits Market box today, and I'll make a video of how that went. They did replace the box for me for free, so hopefully this time around it'll be better than last time, and I'm going to make a video of that and show you that. So I'll have another video soon, and I hope you guys have a happy 4th of July, and I will talk to you guys soon. Bye everyone.